to provide for you. Ain't nobody in my life like you. Ain't nobody gonna shine like you.
Show me my love. Oh God, show me sweet love.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If this is your very first time, holla, be sure to subscribe and like. Thank you very much. So today I'm going to be discussing how to secure a job. Yes, you pass your NCLEX, you're passing or you're going to pass it in the future, and you have an interview lined up. Okay, so I feel like it's very important to be prepared when you step in there so you can get this job and you can start making moolah, coins, monies, whatever it is you want to call it. Okay, so the very first thing I have to say about job interviews, you want to make sure that you know the company, you know the hospital, you know their missions, their values, whatever it is that differentiates the hospital from all different hospitals. You want to make sure you know that, so that way when they sit in front of them, they think, this girl, this guy, they really care, they have an interest, and they've done their research. The next thing you want to make sure you do is that you come prepared, okay? Make sure you have at least 2 to 3 resumes, and you print the resume on resume paper. Yeah. So you want to do things, little things to make you stand out, to show that you have shown effort, to show that you are the type of person that they want to hire for the facility. Now, when it comes to interview questions, the best way to tackle and get over that, shyness, that, hesitation is to practice. So you want to make sure that before you go into the interview that you write down interview questions, and more importantly, you write down your answers. You want to make sure that your answers are concise, they're to the point, and they don't have a whole bunch of rambling. Okay, so that when the interviewer asks you a question, you can just point blank tell them, sweet, short, and simple, and get it done. All right. Now, once you've got your interview date lined up, you need to make sure that you know where you're going, what time you're going. I promise you, it's the little things that count, okay? Where you're going, how you're going to get there, and most importantly, you want to give yourself time. Yes, because most likely if you're working in a hospital, you have to find parking. You have to walk all through the hospital, find the HR department. So there's a lot of different things. You want to make sure you give yourself at least a 10-minute, window, because you don't want to be flustered, hot, bothered, flushed. You want to look like you came here, chilled, relaxed, ready to get this job. Another key, as you are walking through the facility, you want to make sure you have your best money face. Maybe the person standing next to you in the elevator, or the random person walking around, maybe the CNO, maybe someone deciding your future, and you just want to make sure that you portray how your character is. You want to portray a friendly vibe so that you can get hired, you can get this job, you can get these monies, okay? Make sure you dress appropriately. Yes, for interviews, especially in nursing school, they drilled us. So for us, we have to have our hair pulled back in a ponytail. Yes. And especially with natural hair, I was just like, y'all, this hair. So I most likely did a top bun, or I put on, one of these units. Okay. But yeah, make sure your hair is pulled back away from your face. Make sure that you have button up, nothing too revealing, nothing flashy. We ain't trying to turn up. We ain't trying to, do the most. Make sure you have comfortable shoes, because sometimes you will do a walking tour and you don't want to look like Bambi, just sloppy all over the place. So yes, make sure that you dress like this and not like that. When it comes to the interview, you want to make sure that as you're interviewing, your body language is positive. So you want to make sure you're lean, you look interested, you're engaged, you're nodding like yes, yes, okay, yes, more words, yes. Okay, you don't want to be slouched back, looking like this, chewing gum, all these things that make you look uninterested, okay? Another big thing when you're interviewing is to sound and look confident. So even though you may not have everything together, just in your speech, in your demeanor, you want to sound confident, like you're confident in yourself and the qualities that you are bringing to the table. Okay, and lastly, it's very important that you ask questions. Okay, at the end, even if they don't give you, the little, hey, do you have any questions? I always say, excuse me, can I ask a question? I feel like that's very important. And an important question that you should ask is, what is the culture of the hospital? What is the culture of the unit? Because in as much as you are being hired and you are being interviewed, you want to interview the hospital as well, because you want to work in a place that is not toxic. You want to work in a place that fosters teamwork and fosters growth and learning, because you may be, working there for 2 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever the time span may be, and you just want to make sure that it is an enjoyable place. So be sure to ask questions, okay? And let me see, what else can I say? Oh, when it comes to questions that ask you, tell me about yourself, make sure you've already written that down. You already have your speech ready, and it's like a 15-20 second rebuttal. Tell me about yourself. I'm so-and-so. I look forward to doing this. These are the attributes I can bring to the table, and can't wait to be a part of the team. Something sweet, short, and simple. But yeah, that's all the tips I have for you for snagging, securing a job. I will see you guys next time. If you like this content, be sure to thumbs up. And yeah, that's it. Bye.
She ain't really hard, she act because she hurt, yeah. And that could be your last. Leave the past with your first.
Show me
work.
my love.